Peace, peace, peace. And particularly peace infinite. I want to build about how, well, first of all, right now I'm in Qingdao, Hong Kong, on a small little staycation. This is the first time I came out to Qingdao. It's an outlying island in Hong Kong. You know, small little getaway, you know. I like being by the water, things of that nature. But in this build, I want to build about a good brother, our brother, the God Infinite, and our history. So, as mentioned in the previous video, you know, Infinite and my physical cousin, you know, like alikes, right? So during like family get-togethers and everything like that, he'd bring his man, you know, Infinite. He would come through. Back then, when, you know, I had no real knowledge of who and what the reality really was. When, you know, he said his name was Infinite, I was like, that's quite a name. But, you know, I didn't see anything crazy with it. But it was like the first time like I ever heard somebody named Infinite, right? But at that time, like, I guess things come at its due time. I always think to myself, why at that time I didn't ask that young brother, because around that time when I met him, I believe he was like about 14 years old, maybe 13 years old. And I didn't think to ask him, you know, I'm not too sure how old Infinite was when I met Infinite, but I didn't think to ask him, you know, why he called himself Infinite. And if I had asked him back then, the direction of my whole life would have maybe took a whole different turn than what it did, you know? I was always thinking about that. So every time Infinite would come through, he was always very respectful, you know, to the family, and, you know, just real cool. You know, Infinite was a cool dude. Like, you know, this is my cousin's, you know, his friend, his homeboy. And so then time went by, you know. My Aunt Catherine had went back to the Essence, so I wasn't in Pelon, you know, Co-op City, you know, where he rests at, you know. But then I believe somehow in the early 2000s, I ran into Infinite in Newark, New Jersey, and I believe Penn Station, right? So we knew each other instantaneously. I was like, oh, there go Infinite. You know, there go Infinite. They go, you know, because I knew he still was, you know, cool with my cousin, right? You know, my cousin, when him and I would build, be like, you know, he's still building with Infinite and all the things they was, you know, going on with, you know. Then, he was out there in Jersey, you know, because I had moved out to Jersey. My family had moved out to Jersey. So then by then now, my awareness of the knowledge grew some more, right? And it was, I told him what I was up to. He told me what he was up to. Just so, you know, real quick, like passing the people, right? You know, out of all the people that come and go in Newark, New Jersey, ran into Infinite. But now I understand, getting more of understanding about why, you know, he chose to be calling himself Infinite. So more time goes by, right? And then I made the move to Hong Kong. And living in Hong Kong, you know, YouTube was starting to pop off. And my eagerness to get more of this knowledge started to grow, you know? So I looked on YouTube, typed up, you know, and then like there was different links, you know, different guards, you know, all the wonderful guards that, you know, that show and prove online, you know. So I ended up on Allah's School in Mecca page, right? Just watching it, you know, actually year by year, maybe a good 2-3 years, I'm watching it. But I'm not putting it together that it's Infinite that put it together, right? I'm not putting it together until one day, you know, all the time, we know, you know, the beautiful young woman, when she's like, INFMEGA, do it again, right? So I'm like, wait a minute. Is it infinite? So then later, I saw a video that had my physical cousin in it. And I was like, oh, it really is infinite. And then immediately after I realized who it was, I got in contact. I was like, and I had to give our good brother, our good hard-working brother, like, yo, peace for what you doing, Lord, peace for what you doing, because you changing, lives, man, you changing lives, you connecting people, and then when Infinite, he's consistent. When he started traveling around the U.S., when he went to VA, he was out in Chicago, he was out in Toronto, he was out in Seattle, missing a few spots. He was out in the Sudan. I might be missing a spot, but like, pardon self, I missed some of the spots, and the brothers and sisters who he documented, that was major, But yeah, so yeah, VA, DC. He went down to DC, documented a concert down there. But I know I'm missing some spots, and all the great gods and the great earths that he's documented, over the course of time, like over 1,000 videos, like 1,500 of such videos he's put up. That's forever. I mean, that's a archive. And then he dropped the mega bombshell when he showed footage of the father. like that was just like, wow, enough said. So yeah, peace, like, for brothers like him, sisters, as well, what I mean? I know Infinite just ain't do this on his own, he got a good support system that helped him, right? And having a real passion for this knowledge made me to have more of a passion for this knowledge and to spread the knowledge the way he's been spreading it, not just him, but a lot of brothers and sisters, the way they be spreading it. And I like to shout out a brother who left a really, thank you, like a real good comment on one of the past videos. I don't have the brother's name right now, but he had the longest response, and it was the most positive response. And I appreciate that so much, God. What I mean? It's like when you hear another brother telling another brother that they doing good, it makes you feel good, right? So that's why I just got to get a lot of love out, to everybody. Shout out to everybody. I wish everybody good health, good wealth, knowledge of self. Not even in that order. Knowledge of self was always gonna come first, but that's how it flowed out of my mouth at that moment. But yeah, so that's I don't know, I have no words, so I just say peace.
I like this INFMEGA, do it again.